to hear from you. We have a donate button for our partners, or if you just want to be a partner or donate, write the address is 624 East Holt Street, Mexico, Missouri, 65265.
Amen.
All right. Today I'm again talk about Christians in the light of the world and our place and how we should deal with it. Because the more I watch TV, the more I watch people proclaiming to be Christians, the more I watch people using their religion to try to proclaim that they're Christians, the more I'm led to just read a little bit more of what Jesus said about that. Because it's easy to go on TV, it's easy to go on the radio, it's easy to go on the internet, it's easy to go on the message board, it's easy to talk to everybody and tell them that you're Christians or you believe in the Son of God. But the question is, do you really?
Amen. Do
you really believe in Him? Because it says in John chapter 8, verse 12, we'll go to 11 first and just read into it. It says, "No one, Lord," she answered, "neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Now go and sin no more." Then He says the most important thing. Once again, Jesus spoke to the people and said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me would never walk in the darkness, but would have the light of life." And he goes on saying that the Pharisees said to him, "You are testified by yourself, and testimony is not valid." See, the problem is with everything in life, if you're truly a Christian, you'll go back to what Jesus said, and He has to remind you again. If you follow Him, you'll be the light of the world.
Amen.
And you have the light of life. You'll have your Pharisees, whether it be supposed Christians, or people who aren't Christians, all pretending to be Christians, or just people that just want to make fun of you, always saying you can't be because you're testifying to yourself. People will always fight what is right.
Amen.
People always fight the light. People always want to say the light walks with the darkness. God's like, that's not the way it works. He said, "I always was, I always am, and I always will be." He said, basically, when I show up, there is no darkness.
Amen.
So any kind of religion or belief that says you can't have any light without the dark, and you can't have any dark without the light, that's someone trying to basically confuse you so you don't believe in the Christian faith.
That's right.
They're the people that basically want you to believe that there's no such thing as a right or wrong. There's no such thing as the light of the world. There's only a middle ground. There's a gray area. You have to go through life, but you're going to have problems. There's going to be right and wrong. There's people's perception of it, but we're going to sit somewhere in the middle. God's like, no, that's not the way it is.
Amen.
He goes, "I am the light of the world." Like it says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. And he goes on and says, remember, when God says you follow Him and you follow His Son, Jesus Christ, you are like me. You are sons and daughters that follow me. He says, "You are the light of the world, a city on a hill that cannot be hidden."
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why no matter what you do, if you are a true Christian, it's like you're always found out. Your words, your actions, your beliefs, the way you walk, the way you talk, will make sure no matter what stone you try to hide in, whatever corner you try to hide, it's like you are light. You can't be hidden.
Amen.
He said, since you follow me, you are also light. We'll be like, why do I keep getting persecuted? Why do people always come after me? Because you can't be hidden. The devil looks over you with all his demons and his forces like, there you are. You may be hiding around the wolves. I see the sheep right there. I see the person who wants to lead the way. So I see that shepherd. He said, I'm going to basically do everything in my power to push them down or expose them. And then you have to come to that point in life. Are you going to follow the darkness? Are you going to follow the light? That's why shows like Star Wars, talking about the light side and dark side, people talking about all these other things, it seems like it resonates with people. The reason why it resonates with people is because deep down in your soul, deep down in your spirit, deep down in your real inner person, you know what's right.
Amen.
You know there's a right. You know there's a wrong. Mm-hmm. You know there's a dark. You know there's a light.
Right.
Like people sit there and say space is dark and the emptiness of it will hurt you and basically just give you... People are like, that's not true. When we look into space, we can't see the entire spectrum of light. They said we actually were able to open our eyes. They said space is a very beautiful and bright place with greens, yellows, oranges, everything that we can't see with our human eye. Like it says in the Bible, He opened their eyes. When you open your eyes and see the real, you realize there's light all around.
Mm-hmm.
The devil wants you to believe there's so much darkness that he can snuff out your light. So you cannot be that person that follows Jesus Christ. You can't believe that there's someone out there with a helping hand that will bring you out of the darkness. There's too much like just dark water all around you. But like, what was the disciple that He told to walk out into the water with him?
Peter.
Peter. And remember, as long as he kept his eyes fixed on Jesus Christ,
Amen.
He was able to do anything. He was able to walk the way he was supposed to walk. He was able to talk the way he was supposed to talk.
Yeah.
And all the storms that are waging around him meant nothing as long as he kept focused on that light.
Praise the Lord.
And then whenever he did what we do in life, we look around and we realize the situation we're in. We take our eyes away from that light. That's when you fall.
Amen.
And he started to sink. And Jesus Christ did something that no religion can ever tell you they do. You can't find one spot in any religion, no matter where you are. I don't care if you believe in Buddha, the Muslim faith, or any other faith that tries to pretend to be some pseudo-Christianity. What did Jesus do? He didn't sit there and let you fall on your own and find your way back to him. He didn't sit there and say, if you believe in the principles and meditate. No, he stopped what he was doing, walked over to him, and picked him up.
Amen.
And he said, yes, you doubted. But he's like, if you keep following me, you can go on and be what you're supposed to be. He said, focus on that light. And you can ignore all the darkness all around you. Because you watch, whether it be our election, some election over around the world, or you watch any kind of war that's happening around the world, you keep asking yourself, why is there all this darkness? The reason why there's so much darkness in this world, because we allowed so much darkness to be in this world. You have countries that will vote people in, knowing they're a dictator, and then wonder why the world's bad.
Amen.
You have people that'll sit there and watch someone taking over their neighbor's house and going after them and wonder why there's darkness in the world. You have people sitting there, have gangbangers next door, keep silent and wonder why is there so much darkness with God's like, you are the light. And if you're supposed to be Christian, you follow me. You have to do something that makes it uncomfortable. You cannot stay hidden. You have to shine that light.
Amen.
Because what's the purpose of having a flashlight in the middle of the darkness looking for something, but you have it turned off? You look around the darkness, I can't find anything. Then God's looking up in heaven and the angels looking around, it's like, but they have that flashlight in their hand. They have that Bible in their hearts. They have that light. All they have to do is just turn it on.
Amen.
And they can illuminate the entire situation.
That's right.
God wants you to be that light. He wants you to be that Christian that cannot stay hidden.
Amen.
Because you are the light of the world. And it says in John chapter 1, verse 4, it said, in him was life, and that life was the light of men. Everything that Jesus always tried to do to people, he always taught you, no matter what it was, whether it be a parable, whether it be a simple walking to the market, whether it be someone trying to tell him whether or not to pay taxes, he always was trying to teach you. He was trying to better you. He wasn't trying to beat you down and tell you it's all wrong. No, he's like, I'll tell you what's wrong, but then I'll put a hand out, now follow me and I'll show you what's right. Because remember, the person, she was basically, what was it? They were trying to beat her and stone her because she did all this lasciviousness and she did everything she wasn't supposed to. Jesus said, I'm going to teach you what you should do as a Christian when you see a bad situation like that. He walked over to her, helped her out, and then drew a line in the sand and said, whoever's without sin, throw the first stone. That's something that Christians, especially Christians, can't seem to get. All of us have fallen short of grace.
Amen.
All of us have had sin in us. And to be completely honest, most of them still have sin in them.
That's right.
Stop spending your entire time trying to beat someone's light down when you're supposed to be bringing it out.
Amen.
Don't try to snuff it out and just spread darkness.
That's right.
Be that light. Be that forgiving. But she keeps not. That's not your fault. That's not your problem. That's not your ability in this world to judge others.
Amen.
You're supposed to basically just put that hand. If they snap it away, that's on them. Walk away and do something else. But don't be the person that's beating them down,
Amen.
trying to snuff them out, trying to make them feel lower than what they are. He said that's not what you're supposed to be as a Christian. You're not being that light of this world. And it says right here in John chapter 3, verse 19. It says, and this is the verdict. The light has come into the world, but men love darkness more than light because their deeds were evil. That's back to what we were saying earlier. Everybody always loves to throw that explanation that God can't exist and Christian faith is wrong because there's so much evil in this world. There's so much evil in this world because you let evil be in this world.
Amen.
People say, Jason, that's easy for you to say. Okay, here's a simple question for you. You complain about elections, but you don't go out and vote. You complain about crime, but you'll go to a local supermarket and steal something. You'll complain about someone messing up and you have a relative messed up and you will lie for them and get out. You're spreading that darkness.
Amen.
You're not helping out what's going on. Because remember, one small seed will grow and prosper, whether it be good or bad. You put in that seed of evil will grow out and just get put nothing but fruit and trees are just evil. That little small seed of love and hope can grow and develop into something else for someone else you didn't even know 3-4 generations from now holds on to it. And so I'm going to be that person because my mom said I could be that person. And they make
Praise
it.
the Lord.
Because you have You have plenty of people in Hollywood, you have plenty of people all around the world will say they were sitting in the bottle doing everything they're bad enough to do. But then something comes back to them with their grandma, their grandpa, their dad, or said something they said that they believed in me made me want to just turn it around. Because that one small little seed of hope made that light shine out within them. Because if you're truly a Christian, all your job in this world is to shine that light, not to beat it down, not to cover it up, not to be part of the darkness, but to rise above it.
Amen.
Because like you said, you cannot be hidden, because you are the light of this world.
That's right.
And if you are supposedly a Christian, you will continue to be that light in this world.
Amen.
Now we'll over to 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Because see, people all around the world, wherever you are watching on TV, it's pretty easy to find out if someone's a Christian or not. Just follow their deeds, follow their actions. See what motivates them. See what they do in their quiet time. See what they do when no one's around. If they're motivated by money, basically making them want to do something, guess what? They may be a Christian, but they're falling short of grace.
Amen.
That's not your job to call them out. God will get them, but just know one thing. Don't follow that person.
Amen.
Don't be like those people you heard in the past, where they blindly followed some cult worshiper to start believing he was truly God or she was God, and then you drink from the Kool-Aid. And then you die, you wake up, and Satan's like, got him. Because you snuffed out your own light. People don't get your spirit is your light.
Amen.
It's up to you whether or not you want to be snuffed out in this world or go back to the everlasting eternal world and experience nothing but darkness. That's your choice. Nothing in life is just something that you were born into and animal instincts make you do that. It's all choice. You're within reason. We're not talking about birth defects and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying.
Amen.
It says, do not unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what partnership can righteousness have with wickedness? Or what fellowship does light have with darkness? People are like, but Jason, Jesus is all around all these people, all of the sinners. What was Jesus doing? He was being that light around. He was showing them the way. He wasn't trying to party with them.
Amen.
He wasn't trying to be one of the boys.
Right.
He was trying to witness to them.
Amen.
You never see one thing in the gospel saying Jesus partied out. He was out late. His disciples had to go pick him up because he was drunk. And he couldn't even preach a sermon. He said, no, it's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be that example. If they come around you, don't sit there and say, well, I can't have your kind around here. If you're in church service and someone walks in and they're just honestly looking for that hope, don't be that person in the pulpit saying, get out here, you're not dressed right. We don't want your kind here.
Amen.
You're just spreading darkness. You're not bringing out that person's light, because it took an enormous amount of faith for that person to walk through that door wanting that helping hand. Because remember, everything will be recorded in the book. You don't want to be that person in the last days when they wrote. Do you remember on April 15th, 2014, whenever Tommy Alexander walked in and you said you didn't want to help him? You're like, no, I don't remember. Yeah, you did. It was right here. And then they go in and start talking. You don't want to be that person. You want to be that person that basically brings out the light. But remember, if you do mess up, as long as it's in your heart, ask for forgiveness.
Amen.
God's like, even when you fall and sink in that water, when you take your eyes off me, if you look back to me, I'll bring you back up.
Amen.
It's not hard. It's the only religion in the world, the only belief in the world that wants to help you. And even when you fall, still try to help you.
Amen.
It doesn't want you to fall and die. Say, well, don't worry, you'll reincarnate better than you were. No. He's like, I want to help you now.
Amen.
In this life, in this time, in this power, in this darkness all around. I want you to be that light in the middle to shine to everybody.
Praise the Lord.
And it says now in 1 John chapter 2, verse 4. If anyone says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments, he is a liar, and the truth is not in him.
Amen.
There's plenty of people you watch on TV, plenty of supposed Christians. They decide they have a new word. Always be wary of someone saying, I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in this way, my way. Get out.
Amen.
Walk away. That person's trying to snuff out your light.
Amen.
That person's not trying to be the betterment of you. They're trying to make you hidden. They're trying to push you down so they can bring themselves up. God's like, that's not how this works. There's only one God, one Son, and you believe in that.
Amen.
And if you don't, they're not of me.
Amen.
All right, it says in, still sticking in John, 1 John chapter 2, verse 11. This is the part that's really hard for people. It's easy to read in the Bible. It's easy to tell others to do it. But it's really hard for us to do it. It says, whoever hates his brother in the darkness and walks in the darkness, he does not know where he's going, because the darkness has blinded his eyes. People are like, oh, your brother, you mean your brother? No, no, no. When God says your brother and your sister, he means everybody else.
Amen.
So what do you mean? Let's say you love everybody in the United States of America. You love everybody in Haiti. You love everybody in South America. Heck, you love everybody in the world, but you hate that one country. And you can't get over those people. That's hating your brother. That's hating your sister. And what does he say when it happens to you? He says when you walk in that way, you're walking in darkness.
Amen.
He said, in fact, not only are you walking in darkness, you don't even know where you're going because that darkness has blinded your eyes.
Amen.
And the demons who've done it sit there and laugh all the way to the end of your life. It's like all those blessings you could have had, all those promises you could have had, you didn't even see them. Why? Because you were blinded by darkness.
Amen.
The demons even know better. They're like, dude, we know, we saw it.
Amen.
We're trying to figure out how y'all don't see it. Heck, he said, he actually gave you time. It wasn't eternity, he gave you time. So you can see it. He said, there is a tomorrow, there is a yesterday, there's a now. When you step out of it, it's just there.
Amen.
And all demons probably looking at you like this, what is wrong with these people? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy about it, but what is wrong with these people? And all the angels sitting there like what was it, Jacob's ladder when they go up, person messed up, and they had to go back. Like, will you just stay focused? All right, we'll jump over to 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Because people like, what's the favorite thing they love to say? If I lived back in the day, I'd believe in God a little bit better. Because I would have seen the gifts of the Spirit firsthand. Because God doesn't do what he did before. And it's simply said, for the people that say that stuff to you, he says, if anyone says I love God but hates his brother, he's a liar. For anyone who does not love his brother, I'm on the wrong one. Oh, yes, I'm on the right one. Who has not seen cannot love God. What's called love God he's seen, and not seen someone like God who he has not seen. Because people love to say, if I was back then, I'd follow God better. But it says clearly right there, you can't even love your brother who's right next to you. What have good you've done when you've seen all these signs and wonders? You probably would have dismissed it as nothing more than superstition, witch hunts, and people doing sleight of the hand. God's like, no, it takes more faith to believe what you have not seen and stay in the path and stay with the light than it is for someone who's seen it. That's why God doesn't have to appear to you as much as he did back then. He's like, I expect more of you. I've given you my word. I've given you what's supposed to happen. Now have faith in me. Just like God, or what Dad used to say all the time, someone's sitting in a pew every single day and wake up every day, they use faith and don't even realize it.
Amen.
You sit down in that chair, you don't even look back at the chair, you just sit down in the chair, knowing full well the person who built it to the point where I can sit in it will hold me up. You go to your workplace every single day knowing full well that they're going to pay you at the end of the week, 2 weeks, or however you get paid.
Amen.
You go and wake up every morning and go to sleep knowing you'll wake up in the morning. You go and eat that food, drink the coffee, whatever food is, knowing it is done right. And then whenever something bad happens, you're shocked. Why? Because you had faith in that. God's like, if you could do that every day, why can't you do it with the person who created the entire universe?
Amen.
Why can't you not do it with a person who's showing you in every single avenue what light is supposed to be? Showing you every way what this way is supposed to be. He said you can do it every day for the little things. Why can't you do it for the big things?
Amen.
Your life's in state. Your light is in state. Don't fall into that darkness. Be that light. And I hope something I've said has helped someone out today.